An astronaut named Captain Leo Davidson crashes on a planet where intelligent apes rule. He discovers a shocking truth about how this came to be in the year 2029. Leo works at the Oberon Space Research Station, where he trains a genetically enhanced monkey named Pericles to operate a space pod. During a training session, Pericles messes up a landing and gets scared, so Leo calms him down with a treat. Leo then takes Pericles to the lab where other genetically enhanced monkeys are kept. While there, Leo watches a video message from his friends and family on Earth. Suddenly, the power on the space station fluctuates. Leo is called to duty and learns that the station has encountered a strange electromagnetic storm. An analyst discovers a radio transmission from the storm, which turns out to be all the radio signals that have ever left Earth, now being reflected back by the storm. Leo is asked to prepare Pericles for a preliminary investigation into the storm. He wants to go himself, but his superiors insist on sending the monkeys first as part of their protocol. Leo helps Pericles get into the pod, unsure of what they will find in the storm. Leo's superiors instruct him to stick to the plan they practiced in training when he takes Pericles into the electromagnetic storm. But as Pericles' pod approaches the storm, it veers off course and disappears from radar. Leo wants to take action, but his superiors order him to stand down. Unhappy with this, Leo decides to pursue Pericles in another pod against orders. Ignoring his superiors' commands to return, Leo's pod enters the storm and he sees Pericles' pod. Suddenly, a portal opens and Pericles vanishes. Leo follows into another portal, and his pod's controls malfunction as it crash lands on a lush, green planet with water. Before going further into the video, I would like to tell you that this is my first video. Our target is that whoever watches this video must subscribe to this channel. So support us, and please subscribe to this channel. We hope you won't let us down. You will definitely accomplish our target. Leo's pod sinks into a river, but he manages to swim to safety. As he explores the jungle, he encounters other humans fleeing from armored apes. Realizing he should run too, Leo discovers that the humans are being pursued by an army of talking apes. Captured by the ape army, Leo meets General Thade, the ape commander, and is shocked to find out that apes are the dominant species on this planet. Along with other humans, Leo is taken to an ape city, where he learns about the society where apes rule. As the humans are marched through the ape city, ape children throw stones at them. Ape named Ari stops the children and scolds them for their behavior, even though their parents say it's okay. Leo notices this, and Ari notices him too. All the humans are taken to a slave trader named Limbo, who orders them to be cleaned and caged. General Thade visits Limbo's shop, and his second-in-command, Adder, warns Limbo about Leo, saying he's feisty because he looked Thade in the eye. Limbo suggests killing a human to keep them in line, but Thade refuses, as human rights groups are watching. Thade promised his niece a human pet, so Limbo gives her a little human girl with a collar. Limbo then starts branding the humans with an iron. Ari arrives and opposes this mistreatment, but Limbo dismisses her because her father is a senator. Ari argues that humans can be taught to live as equals to apes and offers to prove it by approaching Leo's cage. Leo seizes the branding iron and takes Ari hostage, prompting a young woman named Dana to try to escape. Leo whispers to Ari that he needs her help, and Ari tells Limbo she'll buy Leo and Dana. Ari brings Leo and Dana home, where her father is upset. Ari's father complains that she keeps bringing more wild humans home. Ari points to Leo, saying he's different, but her father dismisses them all as looking the same, showing his prejudice. Leo and Dana, along with other human slaves, work in Ari's house. Her father hosts a dinner for important guests, including General Thade. Thade talks about how humans are spreading and argues that the ape cities expanding are encroaching on human habitats. He claims humans reproduce too fast, and another guest says wild humans carry diseases. Ari argues that the army burns the bodies of captured wild humans, so they can't know if they carry diseases. She tries to get her father to reprimand Thade, but Thade defends the extreme measures as necessary for ape society's protection. During dinner, they pray to SOS, the first ape, believing he will return to bring peace and prosperity. A government official claims humans have no soul, but Ari disagrees. Thade mocks Leo, checking his mouth for a soul, which upsets Ari. Thade later expresses romantic interest in Ari, but she believes he's only interested because of her father's influence and his ambition. Thade gets angry and leaves. As he rides off, soldiers tell him there's something he needs to see. Meanwhile, Leo escapes from his cage and seeks out Dana. Leo asks Dana to take him back to where they first met, where his pod sank. But first, they need to rescue her family from Limbo's shop. They quickly leave, and another slave named Teal joins them. Thade and his soldiers arrive at the spot where Leo's pod sank. They find evidence of something from the sky with fiery wings. Thade decides to keep it secret and kills the soldiers. Meanwhile, Leo and Dana rescue Dana's family and head towards the jungle, causing a commotion in the city and alerting the army. They accidentally interrupt an ape couple who were about to get intimate. They meet Ari and her assistant, KR, who want to take them back. Leo promises Ari something that will change her world if she helps them escape. Ari sees that Leo is different from other humans and agrees to guide them through a secret passage. As they try to leave the city, Adder spots them. Dana's father fights him to buy them time, but gets killed by Thade. Thade orders Adder to find all the humans, especially Leo. The group reaches the lake where Leo's pod sank. Ari gasps as Leo explains that apes fear water because they can't swim. Leo dives in and retrieves a bag from his pod, containing a gun and a beacon to signal his space station. The beacon shows that the station is already on the planet, so Leo decides to head in that direction. Leo leads the group, and Ari asks where he's from. He explains he's from another planet. Limbo and his thugs show up to capture the humans again, but Leo uses his gun to control the situation. The humans want Leo to kill Limbo, but Ari advises against it, saying it would lower Leo to Limbo's level. Leo decides to take Limbo prisoner. However, Call grabs Leo's gun and destroys it to prevent Leo from using it on them. Leo is frustrated, but keeps moving forward. Thade meets with Ares' father and informs him that she's been kidnapped by humans. Thade proposes declaring martial law to gain complete power and rid the planet of humans once and for all. Ares' father agrees. Ari learns more about Leo's planet, where apes are kept in zoos and experimented on. This upsets her, but Leo sadly admits that humans also mistreat their own kind. Ari is impressed by Leo's empathy. Thade visits his dying father and tells him about Leo, whom he believes is not from their world. His father reveals that their religious scriptures lied about their origin. Their family descends from SOS, and humans were once the masters while apes were slaves. Thade's father shows him a human-made gun, leaving Thade questioning everything. Thade's father explains the power of human invention and shows him a human-made weapon, which he says is as strong as 1,000 spears. He warns Thade that more humans will come following Leo and advises killing them all. Meanwhile, Ari tells Leo that his devices are leading them to the forbidden region of Kalma, where their religion says God breathed light into SOS, the first ape. To reach Kalma, they must cross a guarded river. Leo suggests stealing horses since they can swim, unlike apes. The plan almost works, but Ari falls off her horse. Leo saves her and swims across the river with her. Thade gathers his army and heads towards Kalma. Ari tells Leo that the humans expect him to save them, but Leo hasn't made any promises. Ari points out that Leo stood up to the ape oppressors, so humans believe in him. They reach their destination, and Leo's device leads them to the ruins of the Oberon space station. Leo is puzzled because the ruins look ancient, but he was on the station just 2 days ago. He checks the ship's logs and learns the shocking truth. The station entered the storm to find him but crashed on this planet instead. The space station crashed on the planet after Leo entered the portal, but he was pushed forward in time. Genetically enhanced monkeys helped the crew survive, but they rebelled against the humans, led by a monkey named Ceos. The ape population on the planet are descendants of these monkeys, while the humans are descendants of the crew. Leo is shocked by this revelation. He emerges from the ruins and finds all the human tribes have gathered, drawn by the story of the man who stood up to the apes. Leo learns that Thade's legions are approaching, but the humans refuse to flee, seeing Leo as their savior. Ari tries to negotiate with Thade, offering her hand in marriage in exchange for sparing the humans, but Thade rejects her and brands her with the human mark, sending her back to face the same fate. Leo realizes there's still power in one of the space station's nuclear fuel cells. He hatches a plan to use it. The next morning, he tells the humans to hide behind the ship and uses some as bait to lure Thade's armies. When the soldiers approach, Leo fires the engine, sending them flying. Fear spreads among Thade's army, and Leo urges the humans to charge. Despite Thade's determination, an intense battle ensues between the humans and the apes. After a fierce battle, Thade focuses on Leo. They fight, but Leo is overpowered. Just as Thade is about to defeat Leo, a pod descends from the sky, causing a pause in the fighting. It's Pericles, the genetically enhanced monkey. The apes believe Pericles is the great Simos returning and bow to him. Leo grabs Pericles and his bag, which contains a gun, hoping to explain their origin to the apes. But Pericles runs into the ruins, and Thade attacks Leo. They fight inside the ship, and Pericles tries to protect Leo, but Thade knocks him away. Leo tries to shoot Thade, but Thade disarms him. Just as Thade is about to shoot Leo, Leo locks him inside a room of the station. Adder arrives, and Thade asks for help, but Leo reveals the truth about their origin, and Adder refuses to assist Thade. After burying the dead without distinction between apes and humans, Leo decides to try to return to Earth. Ari asks him to stay, but Leo believes he must take the chance to go back. He says goodbye to Ari and Dana, kisses them, and leaves. Leo flies through the storm and crash lands near the Lincoln Memorial. However, instead of Lincoln, there's a statue of an ape named Thade. He realizes he's on an Earth where apes are dominant, revealing that the planet he landed on before was also Earth, but in ancient times. The actions of his crew and the genetically enhanced monkeys changed the course of evolution, making apes dominant instead of humans. And the film ended here.